Okay, so now, my name is Gopal Kumar Saha, and by profession I am a chartered accountant. But I came recently, just 2 3 months in UAE. So I don't think I have much more knowledge about this corporate tax or VAT, but I have studied a lot. I have watched a lot of webinars, seminars, है ना, and a lot of study materials I have studied. Yeah, and uh, so I think I have some sort of knowledge so that I should pass to you, to the beginners who want to come to the Dubai for finding the job opportunity. So just as a basic knowledge I will give you, not the advanced knowledge or basic knowledge I will give you about this one. Yeah. So let me explain you today what I will teach you, or I will guide you, not teach you. Okay, so I will just guide you on the UAE geography related things, and free zone persons, and what is the designated free zones persons, and what do you mean by like this FTA, federal tax authorities, and what are the decisions, or who, how the legal system works, or how this degree law, or what is these are things. So I will basically explain you the things. So uh, let's go. So first let's go to the this one. So actually this is the UAE map. Okay, so here you can see. Okay, so here you can see, just minute. Okay, so what you can see in actually UAE is divided into 7 emirates. Okay, so this is the whole map of UAE. Okay, and this is divided into 7 emirates. That is, one is Abu Dhabi, one is Dubai, and Ajman, Fujairah, Ras Al Khamai, and Sharjah, and these are the emirates. So what is this? Abu Dhabi is the biggest one, and then Dubai is smaller, and then the Ajman and this Sharjah is third largest, and remaining are there. So first is Abu Dhabi. What is this Abu Dhabi? And there you can see, like in Fujairah also, like in this one, actually they are in not a single. Okay, so maybe in the parts. So states are divided into parts also. So that is not under the we don't have to go in details. So how this happens, and first, they're the 7 emirates. Okay, 7 emirates, and all emirates are this biggest emirates is Abu Dhabi. So always the president will be like, they have an agreement, internal agreement, so that president will be from the Abu Dhabi, and prime minister will be from the Dubai, and then lower authority will be from the Sharjah, and these and so they are the seven persons, and they will one room will be there, and they will implement the decisions, but highest authority will be the of Abu Dhabi. Yeah, so in this way they are the geography is there. Population wise, the Dubai is the uh, largest one, the highest population, and then Abu Dhabi, then Sharjah, Ajman, like that. So this is the actually the UAE Dubai. So Dubai actually, for the business point of view, na, uh, yeah, for the business point of let me speak a little bit slowly, because my English is not good, I think so. So I have to improve my English also. So the Dubai is actually divided into free zones, like many free zones are there. Yeah, so and there is a concept of designated free zones also. So all the free zones, all the designated free zones are free zones, but all the free zones are not designated. So what does actually designated zones means? So that is the free zones are the, like a designated zone is a little bit, there will be a little more conditions to this one designated free zones. So that is a little bit advanced version of free zones, you can say. So let's come to the main point or so. Okay, delete PDF. So where we are. Hmm. so so let's come to the. So now we look at into the this what even by corporate tax and VAT. Okay, so we basically will cover everything from the VAT or corporate tax perspective. Okay, so now FTA. So this federal tax authority actually, if you are from India na, then you might have knowledge about the CBIC and CBDT like that. So federal tax authority, they will this is the authority under which the VAT is also coming under this authority, and the corporate tax is also coming under this authority. Even if you have to register for the VAT, then you have to log in the FAT and FTA. And even if you have to go for the VAT purposes, excise, custom, so everything is in the FTA authority. So today we will go in corporate tax. Okay, so let's go to the FTA portal. So you can see here the taxes you have to go in the corporate tax. Okay, so VAT is, excise duty is, everything is there. So now these are so okay, so these are the these corporate tax. In the corporate tax you can see I will guide you on the corporate tax topics, corporate tax webinars, corporate tax workshop, FAQ, guide, reference, public clarification. So first let me explain you this corporate tax basics, in which there is a corporate introduction of corporate tax, then exempt and taxable persons related things are there, then resident person and non-resident person and permanent establishment related things are here. So taxable incomes and tax calculations, these are here. Okay, so tax rate, free zone person, tax groups and administration related things are here. So first let's go to the introduction to the corporate tax. Okay, let me okay, so first let me explain something. Actually the corporate tax is a law. Okay, so the UAE first uh, gives the decree law, what we call decree law. So that is corporate tax law, we can say. Then they will announce like cabinet decision. Then they will announce ministerial decisions. Then they will announce like guidelines, public clarification. There is FAQ, frequently asked questions. From these are the sources of the corporate tax law. Okay, these are the sources of the corporate tax law. So degree law, the cabinet decisions, ministerial decisions, guidelines, FAQ, and this one. So degree law for the corporate tax actually has been passed in the 2022 itself. Okay, and for the cabinet decisions and these ministerial decisions, they are coming every year 5-7 like decisions are coming. Okay, 5 to 9 decisions like every year is coming, guidelines is coming, public clarification is coming, FAQ coming. So it is the initial stage. So there are a lot of things you have to study, and a lot of things are in zigzag. Like sometimes the cabinet decisions comes, the other cabinet decisions abrogate the previous cabinet decisions. So you can I even can't, or many of the experienced person who are closely looking to the corporate tax related things, they also don't know the much more in details. Okay, but but whatever this is the initial stage, so there is a lot of confusions, or what we can say, no, not clarity, not clear picture. You can't create a clear picture on the corporate tax. So there is the introduction of the why the main question is why the corporate tax has been implemented. Yeah, right. So corporate tax is actually implemented in UAE. Actually, it's per the that OECD or something. There is a yeah, for the global demand was like at least 9% corporate tax should be implemented in every country around the world. Okay, so UAE also introduced to align with these global standards, or to meet with the global like demand. They have introduced corporate tax, and the rate is minimum, that is 9%. What is the minimum? 9%. And even the now Saudi has also implemented the corporate tax, and they are charging like 20%, 20% of the corporate tax, or maybe, yeah. So, and many of the countries are now started to implementing the corporate tax things. Okay, so this is the introduction, we can say. Yeah, this is the federal degree law number 22 of 2020. You should. So this is the, if you want to law the take degree law, then you should download this one, federal degree number of 47 of 2022. On the corporate tax you will get on the main law, or in the main law itself there will be a lot of things like the further clarification will come through the cabinet decisions, further clarification will come to the ministerial decisions, and other clarification will come through the this executive regulations. There is also executive regulations. So these are the sources of the this corporate tax. Okay, so you have to study these ones. So the introduction is basically to align with these global standards and to meet the global like things. Okay, so competitive. And this is what is corporate tax. Corporate tax is just basically on the rate will be the tax will be tax income will be taxed at the rate of 9% on the taxable income. Okay, so taxable income which is subject to the corporate tax. Like every judicial person, there is a resident person, there is a non-resident person. So resident person will be subject to the corporate tax, non-residents are will be also be subject to the corporate tax. Residents whole income will be subject to the corporate tax. Non-residents means related to the PE, the permanent established only will be subject to the corporate tax. What with the next nexus, if there is a nexus, then attributed to the nexus only will be the corporate tax. And there is also like branch or nexus, like the things no, for the non-residents. For the residents, this whole income will be a natural person will also be taxed. Natural person who is doing the business, so they will be taxable. And the rate is 9%. But the question is up to 375,000 you don't have to pay any corporate tax. And above the 375,000 you have to pay at the rate of 9%. So basically, if you have a 500,000 of corporate tax of taxable income, of the taxable income, then 375 you don't have to pay. And 125 you have to pay at the rate of 9%. So that you have to pay as a corporate tax. So there is nothing in this one. Okay, so I will just delete it. And let's move to this exempt and taxable person. Exempt person and taxable persons. So question number 4 and 5. Okay, so let's go to this one. Okay, so I will guide you on this all the things. So basically I am guiding from this uh, website itself, because I don't have too much time to prepare the summary like notes, because I am very busy in my work also. And I started this one because of my I'm in tax department and I have to read a lot. And being the new here in Abu Dhabi or Dubai, so I have to study these all the things. And so I don't have a time to prepare this summary of these things. Okay, because it will take a lot of times. And So I will teach you, I will just guide you the basic things. Okay, basic things I will guide, remaining things you have to study by yourself, or I will so just let's see. So with the exempt from the corporate tax, with the exempt persons, exempt person are the corporate taxes, like if the government entities, government control entities, or government control entities will be specified in the cabinet decisions. Like the cabinet decisions will enlist the number of the government control entities that will be the, and the extractive business is also like they have be exempt from the corporate tax. Non-extractive natural resources business also exempt from the corporate tax. Qualifying public entities, qualifying public entity means actually charitable institutions, so who are in the business of charitable things like religious, or giving the free, or serving the poor peoples, then you don't have, you are exempt from the corporate tax. So, but this qualifying public entities, the it will be listed in the cabinet decisions. Right now the cabinet decisions are listed at around 500 entities as a qualifying public entities. And then qualifying investment fund, yeah, actually qualifying investment fund is like Dubai wants to invest a lot of money to the foreign countries, like in India, in Bangladesh, Pakistan, or various other country, African countries. So they have created an investment fund, and this investment fund is actually held by this uh, UAE entities. Okay, so if so that entities will be exempt from the corporate tax. Okay, and wholly owned controlled UAE subsidiary, if the government entities subsidiaries, they will be the like exempt from the corporate tax. So how is the corporate, and the question is this one. In addition to not being subject to the corporate tax, okay, yeah, so if like these entities are exempt from the corporate tax, but if they start doing business, or they are doing businesses which are not which are not in line with this government entities, or this one, so the if you are doing some businesses activities, then you have to pay the taxes, and you are not exempt from the corporate taxes. And also you have to, for the this business activities, you have to prepare separate financial statement also. And for the non business activity which are exempt, or which are the business activities, so if you have a make any purchase or sales, or intergroup transactions, then you have transfer provision, transfer pricing provision will also be applicable on this one. Okay, so now how is the taxable person subject to the corporate tax? So taxable person will be subject to corporate tax. Residence persons will be taxable in both domestic and foreign sources, worldwide incomes. And non-resident person only in income derived from the sources within the UAE, that is source basis, attributable basis. That will be for the corporate tax. Okay, now this residence person. Okay, so this is residence person, non-residence person, and permanent establishment. Who is the residence persons, who is the non-residence person, and what is the permanent establishment? That actually the definition is given, so you can if you study this one, so it is very similar with this international, or what we have studied in CA exams, or in India, the same thing are there. So there is nothing different. Okay, so I will not go in details, the same things are there.